young kid actually looking to come at me hard, but he's got to realize I'm coming at him too. So November 7th should be a good game.
Tonight's starting lineups for the Wizards, as we mentioned, going small. Christian Laettner playing center, and Tyrone Nesby at 6'6" at forward, with Michael Jordan, Rip Hamilton, and Chris Whitney at guard.
Jordan and Paul Pierce, you kind of get the feeling that both these players are really trying to downplay tonight's possible head-to-head matchup. Michael said that he doesn't want this game to turn into Jordan versus Pierce, and he said even if Paul scores 40 points and he only scores 10, as long as the Wizards win this game, he can live with it. But Michael did quickly add, but I know that's not going to happen. And Paul Pierce simply said that he doesn't care what happens between him and Jordan as long as the Celtics walk away with the W. And Dick and Hubie, you have to believe that this game between these two players will become extremely competitive, guys.
Well, they say the proper things before the game and then penetrates but cannot convert. The officials tonight, Ronnie Nunn, Nolan Fine, and Tony Brothers. Here is Michael Jordan hitting his first shot of the game. Here is Pierce with a step back and hitting the basket over Hamilton.
We really don't like to see that because it sets a bad thing for the game.
Jordan is fouled, and Johnson is right on his hand. His first appearance ever back in 1985, scored 36 points. And in his second debut, which was here at the Fleet Center after coming back from his retirement, had 26 points in 27 minutes. But we'll all remember, as you look at the glittering achievements he's had, the 63-point playoff effort against the Celtics. We were here for that one.
There was no one there. You can see Pierce is running in and out of the lane.
Jordan goes around Johnson, changes hands with a new clock and under 8 minutes to go in the first. Jordan, look to Laettner.
Nice pass.
Michael Jordan playing the high post with a no-look. 7 straight points run off by the Washington Wizards, and Pierce on the turnaround gets his second basket. But the ball comes out to his hand, so Bobby Simmons replaces Nesby. Here's Pierce for 3, and he's got it.
Halftime, okay, because there's no one around him guarding him.
Their combined 1 of 9 from the field is Michael Jordan. Seems a little mellower from what we remember.
We'll see what happens by the time we get to All-Star game.
I was going to say. There's Jordan using a little glass. Michael Jordan now with chest, and he looks great. He looks terrific. And the native of Washington. Jordan changes hands, and Michael Jordan with a little vintage.
So what if he's undersized as a 2 guard? He's a tough guy who can defend.
Jordan fouled by Pearson, makes the basket. So Michael Jordan now with 14 points. 8 here in the second quarter. Now 5 for 10 from the field as Pierce commits his first foul of the game, and a chance to bring the Wizards to within 1.
Michael looks like he is found.
2:20 remaining in the first half. Dick Stockton, Hubie Brown, Cheryl Miller. Pierce driving and scoring. Good move by in the first quarter. Boston led by 3 after 1. Walker going baseline against the double team and one of the 5. Either team has had double-figure advantage tonight. Pierce, Lou with the board. Wizards and the Celtics both 2-2 coming into this game. And there's Michael Jordan. From the corner, Jordan now with 16 points, 10 here in the second quarter.
We did a good job of rebounding the ball a little bit in the second quarter to give us the lead, so we just got to continue to build off that.
Looking at the defensive end, the overall defense on Michael Jordan and the Wizards, were you guys pleased in the first half?
Well, Michael's making some tough shots, but we just got to continue to not to let the Chris Whitney's, Tyrone Lewis, the Richard Hamiltons get off. We could live with Michael scoring 30 as long as we can shut down the other guys.
Only the second hoop for Kenny Anderson. Veteran who is off to a hot start this year. Whitney going inside. Jordan with a turnaround. So Michael Jordan now is 7 for 13 from the field.
In right now, regroup. You got to slow down here right now. You've got to make a few things happen.
Jordan has a Laettner screen picked up by the taller Petit. Jordan goes around him and beats him to the basket.
Vintage Michael. Beautiful. Read that perfectly.
Celtics playing well as we take a look at Jordan's last time down.
Now watch. See, he sees the switch. I'm going to take it one more dribble. Now watch. I'm blowing right by this guy, taking him to the rim.
And right now the Celtics bring in Mark Blount at center and a new backcourt of Milt Palacio and Eric Strickland. 6 on the shot clock for the Wizards. The lead is 10. Jordan guarded by Pierce. Jordan in the lane, hitting the jumper. 22. Now, you remember, Pierce and Jordan went out, and he gives lectures.
Now, this is the side of this guy that nobody knows. Now, that is a commitment to teaching.
Leitner's hit his last 7. Doug Collins saying he has to be emotionally involved to play well. He's answered that question right. Here is Pierce driving in. Jordan defends.
That was an offensive foul.
There, the foul is called.
That was a good call.
Yes. And the spot-up man is Leitner. Has hit 8 in a row and finally misses, but here's 2. Comes swooping down with the offensive rebound. Michael Jordan, 22, has yet to score in the fourth quarter. Fires away and ties the game at 80. And it's fouled, and the Wizards can take the lead.
Let me tell you, this is just a great move. Not only does he take the rookie down, watch the bump with the right forearm. Now keep an eye as he comes down in here now. Watch that right forearm right there. There was the bump that got him back. And then you always tell players, do not foul a jump shooter.
And Jordan makes...
They were in cruise control once they got up by 10 points.
22 for Walker, and a 2-point Celtic lead. Jordan working against Pierce, draws the foul, and will shoot 2 points down, and a chance to tie it up now with Jordan.
Anytime that you coach a young team.
Hamilton 19 as the 3rd scorer for the Wizards tonight. Pierce defending Jordan. Fall away, he hits. 29 for Jordan. His season's high is 31.
He's loving that spot. He continues to take Pierce to that spot. Don't force anything. Let's get back to power basketball with Pierce and Walker inside.
And here is Pierce, and Jordan is all over him. This is a good duel, and he knocks it away. Jordan gets the steal. Here is Lou, lays it in, and ties the score again, this time at 87. 2 punches for Walker and Pierce, 56 to 36. Jordan over Pierce. He's got it. Michael Jordan has equaled his season's high, 31, with a line drive jumper to tie the game. So Jordan, Leitner, and Hamilton have 77 of the 89 points. And Walker comes back, and now the Stars are taking over. Led most of the way. The Wizards had a lead, so Hamilton working against Anderson has size on him. And here is Jordan with a pump fake block. Pierce blocks it and gives it up to Walker, who gives it up to Johnson. And that's a big basket in this game.
Yeah, it's good timeout right now by Doug Collins. The shot clock running down. Michael is trying to get it up. Great defensive effort.
And they're guarded by Popeye Jones, and Pierce defended by Jordan. Here is Pierce and Jordan with 7 on the shot clock, and traveling call to Jordan. I tell you, that's where the headiness of Michael Jordan pays off.
Well, right now, see, it's the story of the established player getting the non-call.
Back. This is a head game going on between those two. Here is Jordan passing out to Leitner. 8 on the clock. Whitney hitting the 3. Big. So Chris Whitney, in under a minute remaining. There you see the game clock as Walker turns around. Hits the big shot. With the defender in his face. After a slow start. Here is Whitney with the fake. And the 3, front rim. And Joe Johnson gets the rebound. And the rookie from Arkansas has 10 off the board. Traffic. Here is Nesby for 3. And the rebound by Walker. And the Celtics are going to capture this game and defeat Michael Jordan and the Washington Wizards. And that'll do it. The final score, the Boston Celtics 104, the Washington Wizards 95. And for Antoine Walker and Michael Jordan, season's highs.